If you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be? Go ahead.
Gamitin na siya
People, we have our own beliefs and perception in life, so whatever comes to my mouth should be respected, not to be insulted. Ladies and gentlemen, when we say education, education is very important of human activity because it was born with the birth of human race and shall continue to function as long as the human race live. And it is essential of human virtue and necessity for society. Ladies and gentlemen, I can educate the LGBT, because being a member of LGBT is not a matter of choice, but a way of life. It is with us how we live it. The basis of being a man or a woman, it is just only the physical aspects, nor the anatomy that we possess. It includes us, the head, the heart, and the hand. The head for what we think, the heart for what we feel, and the hand for what we do. Just be who you are and what you are, because society benefits our knowledge, skills, and talents. And all I want for you is to love, respect, and acceptance of society. Thank you so much, and love you high.
Thank you very much. That was candidate number 9 on her final question and answer portion. Congratulations. Next, let's call on our candidate number 8 here on the stage. Sure, everybody can really relate to this. I have my own point of view, but I have my own answer to that. Okay, so let's just leave to the judges kung sino talaga yung may pinaka the best na answer to the question. Alright, so candidate number 8 is now ready for her final question and answer portion. Again and again po, back to zero na po tayo. So yung laman na nila kanina, yung categories natin, yung 5 categories natin, hindi na po yung counted. Okay? Kasi after po ng ating gown, yun na po natin, doon po natin na-announce kanina yung top 5 categories. Hello, candidate number 8. How is it being isolated in the freezer?
The music was very loud.
Okay, perfect. Perfect, because here is your question, all right? Now, no time limit for this candidate number 8, and you can answer whatever or any language you're comfortable with, right? Go ahead.
Lamig ang host ay nakasayaw.
If you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be? If you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be? Go ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I can educate the world one thing about LGBT community, let me first identify what LGBT means. LGBT is or are individuals being or living in an alternative life. Lesbian, gays, bisexual, and transsexuals. These are human beings capable of thinking, capable of feeling. They are holistic individuals, being able to feel and being able to think, just like straight men and women.
Correct.
If I'm going to educate the world about LGBT, let us first tackle the very important issues. We LGBT individuals are physically visible, but we are not politically recognized. Those are two different types of issues. In order for us to be capable of living in this world, our government should do some important tasks, just like being politically recognized as LGBT, as part of the minority groups. Because our LGBT communities has contributed much in the continuing development of our nation. So ladies and gentlemen, what am I really talking about tonight? Simple. It is because LGBT community are human beings. And what I can educate to the community, it is this. LGBT community is capable of loving. Love makes the world go round. And do you know what the world needs now? It's love. And we LGBT members are willing to embrace humanity. So I ask you all, embrace us as well, respect us as well, accept us as well. Because with love, respect, trust, everything revolves around love. So again, if I can educate one thing about LGBT to the rest of the world, that is, we LGBT members are capable of loving. Thank you.
Candidate number 8. Do you need to say more? Okay. I don't need to say anything about that. I just leave it to candidate number 8. Now, let's call it our candidate number 5. Our second to the last candidate is going to go through to the final question and answer portion. Candidate number 5, please.
Wala naman pitik.
Alright, so we are down to our last, or
Chica!
second to the last candidate. Hello.
Papa, siya eh. No?
Hello there again. I love your gown, really.
Thank you so much.
Can I borrow it? On the coronation night. Kidding. Alright, so how was it being isolated over there?
Sorry?
How was it? How was the isolation room?
We cannot hear anything.
You
and
can't hear anything.
We feel the pressure, but of course, all we need to do is just to be thankful that we got for about the top 5 competition.
Correct. Alright, so here is your question. Again, no time limit, right? And you can answer, you can deliver your answer to whatever language. Go ahead. If you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be? Again, if you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be?
First and foremost, I would like to say that a question worded or expressed is to elicit for of information about the truth or the validity is how we exactly define the word in the dictionary. And that is the point I want to recognize, and what a wonderful question coming from you, sir. Go back to the question, if I would educate the word in the world in one thing, what it be and why? It would be the LGBT community possess equality. We should be treated equal. Because LGBT community composed of 4 different kinds of letters, if I am not mistaken, and 4 different kinds of meaning that can appreciate the world that we are all equal. God made us equally. L for love. We, the LGBT community, know how to love like men and women. B for behavioral. We had our bad and good behavior. We're not perfect like men and women. T for transparency. We had our talent to become efficient like men and women. And G for God. We know how good God is. We know that God made us equally because we are existing in this world with a great purpose. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's put in our mind that according to the Article 3, Section 13, the state shall promote equal access of equality, dignity for human person, and full respect for human rights. Yes, it is only a Philippine constitution, and it is made by a Filipino. But we can share to the whole world that all Filipino can put their mind that we are all equal. And if we are Filipino, we are very proud to do that because we can show to the world that we Filipino, we are very respectful. Not just the men and women, but also the LGBT community. We can show the unity of the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was our candidate number 5. It's going to be so tough for you,
Ito siya na ano.
judges.
Tama naman ka to.
Pretty much yung nahihirapan na kayo. They're all very, yes, bucket. Okay, alright. Thank you very much for that applause. Next, let's call on our final candidate for tonight for the intellectual round, candidate number 2. Ayan.
Chika po lang siya doon. Lori si Kendra.
Ayoko pong mamalagay sa sapatos ng ating mga judges. Hello, candidate number 2. How are you? Would you like to say something first before I can give you the question?
Chika na po na
I'm
siya.
a little bit nervous, I can handle it, but I would like to thank to my friends to always be there to support me. So that's why I am here right now. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so no time limit. You can speak whatever language you're comfortable in delivering your answer. Question, please. If you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be? Again, if you could educate the world in one thing about the LGBT community, what would it be? Candidate number 2.
Well, thank you for that very interesting question. If I have educate in this world, I would like to choose respect. Why? Because not all people are really accepted the LGBT in this society. Because I certainly believe that each every little things in this world has its own purpose, whatever what is gender. Like a man, woman, gay, child deserves equal rights, equal opportunities, equal dignity, and without discrimination. Because I believe that empathy is a root for equality, valuing in every human being. Because everyone deserves to be treated when it has meaningful thought and feelings and loves like you do. Because according to Pope Francis, if a person is gay and seeks the Lord in us of goodwill, who am I to judge him? And as you can see now, gays are showing a beauty in talent and brain, and the gays reflected now are amen, our respect and acceptance to all of us. Good evening.
Magbigay ng answer. Okay.